Hey, this is Jordan talking to you guys about how to do backfill on your logs into Logstash. And backfill is a process basically that where you take old logs that haven't been processed yet and then put them through the same pipeline to get them either indexed or processed in the same way you would say your real-time logs with Logstash. So I have my website has a bunch of logs, about a gig, and they go back about 2 years almost, and maybe I would like to get them into Logstash. So let's run Logstash, and I'll show you guys the config. It'd be cool if I could open this. Alright. Usually when this question is asked, I usually tell people to use standard input, and I recommend you pipe your logs from whatever file through straight into Logstash. But in this case I'll be using TCP, just because it's a little bit easier to do sort of ad hoc additions of data. And since I'll be taking Apache logs, I need to use Grok to process it. And I'll also use the date filter to turn the crappy Apache timestamp format into something that Logstash can understand. And this will also be using a new feature that will be released shortly of Logstash, where it embeds Elasticsearch server inside the same Logstash process. So whereas previously you would have to run Elasticsearch, Logstash, the agent, and then Logstash's web interface, you don't have to do that anymore if you don't want to. You can run all three of those things in the same process. So an example of how to do that is this little command line argument. The double dash just separates sort of instance configuration. So I say run the agent with this configuration, and then run web with a special backend that says the Elasticsearch node that it should be looking for searching is going to be inside the same process. So we're going to run this. It takes a little bit to warm up because JRuby needs to compile some of the code and whatnot, and Elasticsearch needs to warm up. Seems like it's ready to go now. There we go. So now let's start backfilling logs, and I just want to take the last 100,000 lines. And if you remember the configuration file, we're listening on port 333 for just any text. So I'm going to take SSH to the machine that I'm looking for, tell the logs, get about 100,000 lines, and then pipe that to netcat localhost port 333. Start running that, and you can see Logstash processing stuff is pretty fast, parsing as much as it can. There's some stack traces I just saw there. I don't know what those were from. But let's see what this looks like in the web interface. So keeping in mind that this might be a little bit slow right now because my laptop is only a dual core and doesn't have that much RAM, so there's a lot of things competing for resources. So let's just search for everything. There we go, maybe. Okay, so the current day, my time right now is June 9th, and you can see that we're backfilling logs from May 26th. Close. And if we keep updating the search, you should see that we keep getting more and more results. So this line here is now almost up to May 27th, and as we keep reloading, you can see it doing sort of in as fast as possible chronologically indexing these logs. And if you look at the search result total, that keeps going up every couple of seconds. We can actually get that updated faster if we just update the search, not the graph. And so we're just doing normal things. As far as Logstash is concerned, these logs are coming in and what it could perceive as real time, but because you're using a date filter, which you should be using, it picks out the timestamp from the event itself and processes it and sorts that properly. So Logstash and Elasticsearch will know what time the event was, so it can sort for you, and that's pretty nice. And that's it. The This stuff works all now with the current release. The search interface you see here, and the TCP and standard inputs. What will be working soon is the unified process system, which is Elasticsearch, Logstash agent, and the web interface all in one single process if you want to do it.